Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And let's jump right into the action, because today we want to spectate the attacks. We want to watch the attacks live of Bernaul, who is the #1 player of this last legend push. So let's take a look. And he's using this Queen Charge Lalo strategy. But he's not using any, he's not using like a Yeti Blimp or anything like that. He is using a Slammer with a Dragon and Loons. And this makes it so unique what he's doing. Because it is really hard to bait this, but at the same time, it is so hard to pull off, and that's exactly the same reason why not too many people are doing it. So let's take a look at the first attack, and that's one of those annoying ring bases. When you ever face one of those whenever you face that ring base, or like any of those ring bases, you know how annoying it is to attack those. And he is charging the entire base, basically, using his heroes, the King and the Royal Champion, to fund everything. And this so far looks really promising. He's making this Royal Champion invisible to retarget the Headhunter to the Queen, so the Headhunter is running into that poison. And now a couple of support troops to this Hound and to the pups and everything, sending a couple of archers, minions, and whatever, just to make sure that his Queen is staying alive, because this is the key to the success in this army composition. And now he's charging the Town Hall, and what this does is that this is allowing him to use the Slammer in this army composition. This is something which is really unique, because most Queen Charge Lalo attackers are using the Yeti Blimp nowadays, just to make sure that the Queen Charge opening is easier. You're taking away some damage off your Queen, and this makes it this makes your Queen Charge way stronger in that sense, but at the same time it's a bit more risky, because first, your Lalo is not as powerful, and the second thing is you can run into baits. And that's the exact reason why I right now love this strategy, and why I think I'm going to try it out in the new season. Because I still love P.E.K.K.A. Smash, and I think P.E.K.K.A. Smash is overall stronger, but in the current meta, with all of those P.E.K.K.A. Smash, Blimp baits, whatever, and Blizzard baits, you're running into a lot of baits overall, and a lot of black mines and whatever. Like, you can see those double set of black mines in behind of air defense and things like that. And this base, by the way, is crushed. You're seeing it exactly. Running into those baits is not a nice thing. And I feel like this attack cannot run into baits, because you're not baiting this attack strategy, right? Like, there's like a top 3 of strategies which are the most popular ones. The first one, I think by far, depending on your trophy range, but at the higher trophy range, it's by far P.E.K.K.A. Smash. The second most used is Electro Dragons, and the third most used, I think, is any sort of Blizzard entry. So you have to bait those 3 things, and basically 3 out of 3 of those strategies are normally running a Blimp. So if you're baiting any of those, like using the NATO nicely, things like that, it is key. And this, I guess, is exactly the reason why Bernaul said, okay, I'm not running into any baits, I'm using a Queen Charge Lalo with that Slammer. And this makes this strategy so unique and so powerful at the same time, because you're running most likely not into any baits, but it's so hard to pull off that no one really, or not too many people, copy this attack strategy from him. So I would try to attempt to somehow use this strategy next season, at least a little bit for the first weeks, and then I'm going to see if I rage quit or not. But yeah, let's just watch this attack. And this is the cool thing, we're seeing so many pro versus pro matchups at the top legend board, and I think something which I feel like a ton of those qualifier teams did not do well, even though I think I disagree with what Boom said in his interview. He said you should concentrate on the qualifiers and testing the bases. But I disagree. I think, yes, base building everything is important, but right now in the current meta, with so many people running anti-test 2-star bases, you first have to train to attack them. I think a ton of my community copied bases from the qualifier, which, like, that's how it is, right? Like, that's how you do it. And first, obviously, maybe to use it on your own, but maybe to let someone, or like if someone else is using it, then you can FC it, like use it in friendly challenges and train on this specific base. And I think so far 10 out of 10 bases I tripled first try with P.E.K.K.A. Smash. And I think every single anti-2-star base and all of those bases defended versus those other pro teams. And I think the reason is because they are not pushing Legends. Legend on League right now is so key. You have to master Legends, otherwise you have no chance against teams like Alternate, which are 100% are going to abuse this fact that you cannot beat anti-2-star bases consistent. I saw so many mistakes in P.E.K.K.A. Smash and whatever on this weekend. That was just insane. But hey, let's get back to the live attacks of Bernaul. And so far, I think he used the Warden on ground on one of his first attacks, so that's why this Warden is still on ground. which is kind of strange, but hey, now he has the ward in charge. That's something cool. I feel like he's starting with the queen charge, and now he has a ward in charge, and I don't think this is intended. It would have been kind of cool, but I don't think that this is intended. Either way, the slammer on the back end for the air defense to collect some more percentages, and this entry point with all of those ground expos was kind of surprising to me. I mean, he charged basically into every single ground expo, but something what he's doing is he's always going for the town hall, because this empowers him to use the Lalo just so much more smooth. At the same time, I feel like this is 35 seconds left, and the Warden is not going to die. There's one cannon, a couple of Tesla, but this won't be enough burst damage, like 3 cannons, but they're out of range. So this won't be enough burst damage to take the Warden down, because the healer switch, which is kind of funny. So wait, is this going to be a time fail actually? Like, Bernaul's failing, and some other people would like get like 60%. And he's like, guys, I got this. I have my Warden charge going on. I'm totally fine. I'm still getting like 77%, 97 or something percent, depending on what the Warden does. 96 and 96% on like an fatal attack like this. This is impressive. Really, really impressive. So let's take a look at the next base. Wow, okay, I really want to look out for him. Really wanted to learn from him how to attack those ring bases with this attack strategy, because normally on bases like this, you're just blimping the double expo, right? Like, you're just going to blimp that, which means it's just so much easier to charge those bases. But he's like, guys, I got this. I'm going to charge yet again into 4 ground expos. This is no problem whatsoever. My queen is just invincible because she's like yet again surviving with 0 hit points. The king is funneling. I think that's the key thing about the strategy. He's getting damage off his queen with using his heroes. This is just so incredible timing. Making sure out of those 4 ground expos onto his queen, it's slowly turning into 2 or maybe even 1 expo, because they're concentrating on that king. And now it's another rage to make sure the queen just keep going with those Coco Loons. And then the Royal Champion to take some damage more off the queen. Now the Royal Champion. I think... Okay. Oh, okay. He's trying to turn the healers invisible to make sure the eagle is targeting something else. Because the healers... The eagle was on his queen, but the queen stepped inside the inner range of the eagle. This made the eagle to retarget. Now the Town Hall, the queen ability... No, the queen switched. The queen is switching to the mass archer CC. This is now huge problems for Bernaul. Oh my goodness. This would be like the 60% 2-star for me. Yes, obviously, like, you're just blimping the town hall now, but this would turn out like into 60% 2-star or something. Let's see how he is going to save this. Those ring bases, they are so annoying to attack if you don't know how, and especially with the queen charge Lalo army like this, where you have no support for your queen with like in sort of like a blimp or anything. It is so impressive that he's being the #1 player with this with this strategy. This is just so insane to me. Now a nice freeze. He's even freezing the multi-infernal tower. Like, those spell placements are just insane. The sweeper is saving actually the loons off the blimp, so that's kind of nice. Hastening everything in. This is already like nearly 70% after a fail like this. He charged a huge part of the base, but still, like, getting this to such a high percentage is just incredible to me. He's just keep going. 72, approaching slowly the 75% mark. Is he getting around about 80? That's the question. The air defense is going down. The super is still up. But yeah, 77. This is going to be a couple of backup troops. Yeah, actually above 80%. This is insane. Having, like, if the queen would have taken down the town hall there, this would have been a triple. And that's just impressive. Like, both scatters would have been alive. I think two Inferno Towers. Wow, that is just incredible. That is incredible. 81. Is he getting the 82? 82%. Yeah, getting the 83. And yeah, even the 83%. Wow, okay. So Bernaul. Okay, this were already 2 fates now, but let's just keep going. Another ring base. Those ring bases, buddy. Those ring bases. You have to play Legends right now if you want to compete at the top. Not only in Legend League, but at the same time in Clan War. You have to be able to face those ring bases. Otherwise, you have no chance. There's going to be clans like Alternate or other teams like Space Station who are going to abuse this. And, well, let's just keep going, Bernaul. Let's just keep going. Really looking forward to see him play next season again in the qualifiers. Because I think, yeah, they were the #1 Clan War League team. but they dropped out kind of early. Really unfortunate because the base building of Clash Champs is just too OP. So yeah, let's see. So we have the charge going in. He's skipping the air defense for now. So he's skipping the air defense. I think he needs to drop a couple of loons onto that air defense. Otherwise, I would get kind of nervous at this point. He's not dropping any loons. What is he doing? Now he's dropping the king at the bottom. He's funneling the king in with a wizard. And that's the thing what is like always kind of like SD repeat every single time. He's always using the queen charge, then funneling with the king on the other side. And then the royal champion just support the queen to take damage off that queen. That's normally the way to go. The queen is not skipping the air defense. Okay. That's something which like I have to like still to figure out, like the pathing of that queen. But the queen is now going to go for the air. What? He's turning the air defense invisible to make sure the queen is retargeting. And the warbreak is trolling. The warbreak is not going to go into the core. And this now is spelling huge problems for him because the queen cannot enter into that town hall. The royal champion is taking some more damage off the queen with that king on the bottom side. The queen is... What? The queen is going for a wall? Are you kidding me? This is perfect for Bernaul. Okay, this is a bit lucky. We have to say that. The outside wall break, yes, it was trolling a little bit. Double black mine, by the way, I was just saying it. The traps for blimps are just insane in Legend. And if you're running into one of those, it's not nice. It's not nice. And that's why I love the strategy. That's why I want to learn the strategy. Because I think this strategy is unbaitable. Like, I don't think you can bait this strategy in Legends because no one, like, not too many people are running it. Like, even if, like, the entire, like, let's say the strategy would be OP and every single top 10 player would run this strategy, still, the majority of players cannot run this or cannot use this because it's too complicated. And this, well, it's just not worth it to bait it because the majority of Legend players are not using it. So I think this strategy to master, it would be so cool. Opening up the stamina just to make speed up a little bit quicker. He has 35 seconds left, but he has still one loon left to place for cleanup, right? So this should be alright. The enemy king has been taken down. Headhunter's not been used yet. I wonder, now is the headhunter time to take down the king or at least slow him down a little bit. Couple of ground skeletons are popping up, but that should be no problem. Yeah, that's the crushing overkill 3-star. But now, just too OP. I think it was, I don't know if that was lucky or if that was intended or like that's how it's turning out always against those ring bases. But that the queen is beating through that wall, that was kind of, come on. Are you kidding me? Really? What? I was hoping for a good Legend day. And what? Come on, are you kidding me? Bernaul, okay, please have mercy. Please have mercy. This was actually base which I was running in a couple of tournaments. Like, I'm still playing tournaments, but like only the smaller ones, like a couple of German located community leagues, I guess. I'm streaming them from time to time as well, but in German. So far, I have not uploaded any videos about that. Let me know down below in the description if you want to see any attacks of mine in those tournaments. But this base actually defended pretty good in those tournaments. That's the reason why I tried to use it on the last day of Legends. I have not used this base before yet. I have built a ton of Legend bases actually for this season. This is like one of my bases as well, even though I switched a little bit around with like an O-Town 13 base. But people are like copying way too much. Now I can totally understand of alternate because people are copying alternate bases like crazy. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating sometimes. Even the number 6 global player, I think it was, copied my base. I will share that base tomorrow with like a video and everything. It defended pretty good. But yeah, like I just had to switch my bases kind of often with that. But now let's take a look. I mean, this is already looking crushed, to be honest. Like, this opening already is looking so OP. I should have just used ground expos, to be honest. Like, I don't know why I have air expos. Air expos are so useless in the current meta. It's just insane. You just have to use 4 ground expos, and I feel like 4 air skeletons or something. Because air skeletons are always triggering on every single attack, feels like. Ground skeletons only on ground attacks. And those ground expos are just needed to defend against those hero charges or over on all of those ground meta attacks thingies. So this attack, come on, even the scatter is getting tanked by the queen. Bernaul, why are you doing this? He knows that I'm watching as well, and I think he's laughing so hard right now just seeing that he's smashing my base so hard. He gets like so many swag spots. Yeah, this base was not intended to defend against to defend against the queen charge. As you can see, I defend pretty well against other strategies. I think I defended against Blizzard Lado of NGT Patolino, like the other NGT player who is pushing kind of high up. But come on, are you kidding me? Why? Why? Let's give him the cry emote. That was not nice of him. That was not nice of him. Yeah, we can see it defended once against NGT Patolino. Kind of funny that both of them attacked me at the same time, pretty much. But hey, next base, and that's actually a base. That was a base which I think was a ESA Meisterschaft alternate base, and I adjusted a little bit for Legends, and I copied it from them. And then a lot of people copied it yet again from me, and I guess Coney did it as well. But he did some more adjustments. He switched one of the Inferno Towers behind the Town Hall. A lot of people were charging the Town Hall, so I guess that was a good switch of Coney. But yeah, that's so funny. So many, just because you're high in Legends, everyone is copying from you. That is just crazy. But hey, I mean, I copied first, to be honest. This is not like this. I just did a couple of adjustments on this base. So now the wall break for the bomb tower, I guess. Yeah, that I think if I would have done the charge, I would have tried to wall break into the cannon and then into the bomb tower. But this, what Bernaul is doing, is way better because he's actually saving wall breakers with this. Now the king has to go into the town hall. He's funneling everything nicely just to get the town inside. I don't think the wall break was needed because he had the Yak. So he had the king walking inside anyways. But hey, that's totally fine. Queen is not going to die because there's not enough damage out of the ground exposed behind the town hall or getting tanked by the king. He needs to freeze though. There's a lot of damage on that king. The Royal Champion is supporting the king to take down the town hall. Queen's taking down the right side. Sweeper should be taken down soon as well. This means just Lado's getting started. The Slammer is such a nice siege machine. I think it's not getting used too often, but I still think it's so powerful if you can use it correctly. Now a nice invisibility spell to keep the queen alive, or like making sure that she keeps her ability. Now the queen ability to take down the single Inferno Tower. Yeah, this is already looking so crushed, guys. This is already looking so crushed. He's just using the Hound for the top air defense to tank that. He can already use Clean on the left side, cleaning up everything. Yeah, this is crushed. This is crushed. The base did pretty good against P.E.K.K.A. Smash, but this base got crushed by E-Dragons, by Queen Charges, but it defended okay versus P.E.K.K.A. Smash. That was kind of the setup for this base. By the way, if you want to copy my base, which I just used earlier, like I said, defended against other strategies really nicely, but I guess Queen Charge Lado is not one of them. If you want to copy that base, the base link is down below in the description, so just so you know. But yeah, that was actually the last attack of the day for me to watch from Bernaul. I learned a ton. I hope you did as well. Huge congrats to him and all of the other people up there, like Gaku, Yoyo, etc. They did amazing. Really congrats to them. And well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something as well about the strategy. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.